not because they don't care, but because they care too much. Psychology shows that people who push others away when they need love the most aren't cold or heartless. They're scared. They crave closeness but fear it at the same time. They want to be loved, but a part of them whispers, "Don't get too close." This behavior often stems from something called avoidant attachment. It's not a flaw, it's a defense. It forms early in life, often when someone learns that love and pain can coexist. Maybe they were the ones who had to comfort themselves. Maybe every time they opened up, they were met with rejection, silence, or inconsistency. So now, as adults, their brain believes that love isn't safe, that closeness leads to pain, and distance means protection. They don't push people away because they want to be alone. They do it because their heart remembers what it's like to be hurt. They've learned that it's easier to seem distant than to risk being broken again. That's why when someone shows them genuine care, they might pull back, joke it off, or disappear for a while. Not because they don't feel, but because they feel too much. Psychologists call this reaction a defense mechanism. It's a subconscious way of saying, "I want love, but I don't know if I can survive it." Their walls aren't meant to keep love out. They're meant to keep pain from coming back in. But here's the truth most people never see. The moment they push you away is usually when they're hurting the most. When they seem distant, that's when they're fighting their own mind. The part that wants to trust you, and the part that's terrified of what might happen if they do. People like this often love deeply, but quietly. They'll check up on you without saying why. They'll remember the little things you tell them. They'll show care through actions, not words. Because to them, loving is easier than being loved. But constantly pushing people away takes its toll. It leads to loneliness, guilt, and an ache they can't quite explain. They tell themselves they're better off alone, but deep down, they wish someone would notice. Someone who would stay even when they pull away. Healing this pattern takes time and patience. It starts with understanding that not everyone will hurt you the way the past did. Love doesn't have to be painful, and safety doesn't always come from distance. Sometimes healing comes when you meet someone calm enough to stay. Someone who gives you space, but reminds you they're not leaving. Someone who teaches you that love can be quiet, slow, and safe again. So if you push people away when you need them the most, remember this: you're not unlovable. You're just protecting yourself the only way you know how. And that doesn't make you broken. It makes you human. Healing doesn't begin when you finally let everyone in. It begins when you realize you deserve love, even on